Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good afternoon, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. In the news today, Obama's joke about divorce rumors. It was touch and go for a while. So we're going to break this down today. We'll give it a few minutes, wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, Spencer. Hope you're doing well. You see how we're looking on the screen here? All right, that looks good. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hey, Claudia. Guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated, helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. And also, guys, do me a favor, let me know if you hear any sound issues, like any kind of buffering or any glitchiness besides the fan in the background. Unfortunately, yesterday I had more sound issues, and there's no explanation for it other than Satan is messing with my videos again. As you know, I got a brand new device I'm live on. I got a brand new modem, brand new router, and they're 5 feet behind me. So there should be no reason for the sound issues. I restarted the modem and the router today, and I restarted my phone. So that's all I can do. I can't go out and, get a new router and modem. They're brand new. And I paid to have them move closer, so that wouldn't be an issue. So if there's a sound issue, let me know. And if it's really bad, where it's like glitching every other word, I'll just restart, I guess. But if it's not too bad, we'll just continue on. And then also, I think I want to do a little test later on. I was listening to the video last night, and the fan just sounded so loud. I was wondering, what's better for the sound, to do the fan or the air conditioning? Because I shut off the AC when I go live, and I just use the fan. But if the fan is actually louder than the AC, I might just do the AC. So maybe later on, we'll do that. Or actually, we could do it right now. You want to do it right now before we get started? All right, so everyone in the chat, Danique, Eric, Jose, Rachel, Becca, Claudia, much love, everyone. Right now is just the fan, okay? So if you guys can hear me okay, maybe we'll just roll with the fan. But let me go ahead, get a good listen, right? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll probably just keep the fan, but I'm going to go ahead and shut the fan off, all right? And I'm going to turn on the air conditioning, and you guys let me know which one's louder, all right? The fan or the air conditioning. All right, the fan is off. I'm going to go turn the air conditioning on. All right, the fan is off, but the air conditioning is on. And unfortunately, the AC unit is about 7 feet that way. So you guys let me know which one was louder, the air conditioning or the fan. And I need participation, so let me know here. You guys heard the fan. Now here's the The AC. AC like Antichrist, right? The fan was louder? Spencer says the fan was louder. Jose says the AC sounds a bit louder. Better with the fan? Laureen says it was better with the fan, and Guy says the fan was louder. So we're split. The fan was louder? Keep it coming, guys. Both are fine. It was better with the fan. Yeah, I did a little test last night, just recording straight from my phone, and it sounded like the fan was a little better. Man, you guys are split right down the middle. Half of you say it was better with the fan, half say it's better with the air conditioning. The fan is just a bit louder. Hey, Betty. Yeah. Well, dang, I was hoping you guys would have like one solid answer. I don't know what to do. It sounds fine right now. I don't want it to be worse than it was, so... I can't tell what's better for me, Claudia. They sound about the same. Maybe that's why you guys are split down the middle, because it actually sounds about the same. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'll see what people say in the comments after the fact. Sounds great right now. I don't know. Some people are saying it was better with the fan. Dang, I was hoping for a unanimous decision, if that's the right word. Tell you what, I'm going to shut off the air conditioning. I'm going to go back to the fan, because the fan is what I've been doing for the last 5 years. And I'll get some feedback after. All right? If people say... I'll see what people say. We'll go from there. But I'll probably just stick... turn them both off. I would die, Tim. I'm in a garage in Florida in the middle of the summer. Yeah, I got to have one or the other. The good thing about the fan, I can move it further back. I can't move the air conditioning. And yeah, and it almost seemed cooler with the fan because there's more circulation. Okay, I'm going to turn the air conditioning off. I'm going to turn the fan back on, and then we'll go ahead and get started, all right? 1 second. So right now you're actually hearing both of them until the air conditioning shuts off in a minute. It takes about a minute for it to shut off. And I moved the fan back a few more inches, so we'll see. But yeah, give it a second for the air conditioning to shut off, and then we'll get started. I'll probably just stick with the fan, since that's what I've done for 5 years now. Almost there. And there might be like 2 months, you know, maybe December and January where I don't have the fan because it's kind of cool in the garage here in Florida. But yeah, that's only like 2 months out of the year I can shut the fan off. There it goes. Air conditioning's off, now it's just the fan. So, whatever. I guess the most important thing is you can hear me, right? As long as you can hear me and you just have to deal with a little background fan, it is what it is. So, let's go ahead and get started, right? Got a lot to talk about. And much love to everyone in the chat. All right, guys, here we go. I had a feeling Barack Obama would be in the news today because of the day of the year and the date numerology, as you're going to see. No difference when it shut off? Yeah. Yeah, I could probably run both at the same time. It'd be fine, but whatever. I've talked enough about the air conditioning and the fan. It is what it is. We're just going to roll with the fan. All right. And again, let me know throughout the video if you hear any like glitchiness besides the fan. Okay? Here we go. All right, guys, give me a second to get all set up here. Now, I do have another fan, but it's rechargeable. Here, hold on. 1 second. Since we're experimenting anyway, hold on a second. I do have this little fan here, rechargeable. No, that's already not working. Never mind. Yeah, I just charged this up the other day. It's already dying, so that's not an option. Never mind. Yeah, I definitely need something that's not going to die halfway through the stream. So, it is what it is, guys. You're just going to have to deal with the background noise until Jesus comes, I guess. All right. You guys ready? We're almost 15 minutes in, and we've done nothing but talk about fans and air conditionings, but that's okay. It's nice to hang out with you guys, no matter what we're talking about. All right, here we go. Obama's joke about divorce rumors. It was touch and go for a while. This article from today, July 16th. Former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama are addressing rumors about a divorce head-on in an episode of her podcast released Wednesday. She took me back, Barack Obama said on the IMO with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson podcast. It was touch and go for a while. All right, guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Tell you what, I'm even going to move that fan back a few more inches. Hold on. Alright, that's the best I can do. I moved it back absolutely as far as I could, to the very end of the garage. Okay, guys, sorry about all that. You know I'm an OCD perfectionist, and when I get going on something, I gotta solve it. But anyways, here we go. She took me back, Barack Obama said on the IMO, which is, in my opinion, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson podcast. It was touch and go for a while. All right, big number I talk about with Obama is the number 128. In Gematria, she took me back equals 128. And on top of that, this part here, it was touch and go for a while, is also 128. And that's the headline, right? It was touch and go for a while. So look at that, a double 128. She took me back, 128. It was touch and go for a while, 128. All right, why does that matter? Well, President Barack Obama equals 128. And this is a new discovery that I made this week. All credit to God. But look at this new find. The Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, equals 128. All these years I've been talking about Obama and the 128. I never knew this one until this week. How about that? So she took me back, 128. It was touch and go for a while, 128. President Barack Obama, 128. The Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, 128. Now we're talking about Barack and Michelle Obama, right? Well, what if I told you Barack and Michelle Obama were born exactly 128 weeks apart? Drop the mic. How about that? This should be a viral video already, right? Of course it won't be. They don't let anything I do go viral. Yeah, Mike, right? Yeah, we all know it's Mike. But anyways, how about that? All those 128s, right? And Barack and Big Mike, they just happen to be born exactly 128 weeks apart. And that's what the whole topic is about, Barack and Michelle Obama. Isn't that perfect? I mean, of all the numbers, right? They just happen to be born 128 weeks apart. Obama, born August 4th, 61. Michelle Obama, born January 17th, 64. 128 weeks and 0 days apart. Well, remember Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, which was connected to the bridge collapse. Remember Obama's movie came out on Netflix on December 8th, 12/8/128, Leave the World Behind, where the ship White Lion loses power, just like we had a ship lose power and hit the bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which collapsed at 128. See that up there? The bridge collapsed at 128, and it collapsed 128 days before Francis Scott Key's birthday, and bridge collapse is 128, and it happened in Maryland, which is 128, and Obama's movie came out on 12/8/128, and the name of the ship in the movie is White Lion, which equals 128, and the movie's about the power grid going down, and power grid is 128, and the bridge collapsed 128 days after Biden's birthday, who was president at the time. And again, President Barack Obama, 128, the Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, 128 in the movie. The cargo ship White Lion, which again equals 128, it loses power with 128 minutes left in the movie. And then 128 minutes into the movie, they show a bridge collapse. So that's a lot to be a coincidence. And then remember, the ship was called Dali that hit the bridge. Salvador Dali had a famous painting called The Broken Bridge in the Dream, which equals 128. Little bonus there. But anyways, that's the 128 connection. We've talked about it for a long time. And here it is again today. She took me back. 128. It was touch and go for a while, 128. And they were born 128 weeks apart. All right. What's the other big number I talk about with Obama? The number 222. It's so nice to have you both in the same room together, said Robinson, who is Michelle Obama's brother. Well, look at that statement. It's so nice to have you both in the same room together equals 222. And this was on the IMO show, the IMO podcast. IMO is also 222. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. Antichrist system, 222. The Beast of Revelation, 222. If you think that's a coincidence, Obama tested positive for COVID-19 222 days from his birthday. They called it Wuhan coronavirus. 222, like Event 201, World Economic Forum, the Beast of Revelation, Antichrist system, the Antichrist Barack Obama, COVID vaccines, mandatory vaccination, vaccine cards, as above, so below, order out of chaos, and beast. They all equal 222. It was also in the year 2022, which is 222. And if you think that's a coincidence, well, COVID was declared a national emergency 222 days from Obama's birthday. And if you think that's a coincidence, well, it was declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. Don't forget, the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days from Trump's birthday. And Trump equals 222, and he just won the election 222 days from his birthday. And the list goes on with Trump in that number. Then here's a few more 222s. Let's see, where's my battery at? 29%. All right, hopefully we don't have to charge, but we might have to. Obama back at the White House. Former president holds quiet meeting with Kenyan president. This is on May 23rd, 2024. That was the day leaving 222 days left in the year that Obama was back in the White House. Obama's half-sister tear gassed live on air, 222, and that was while protesting in Kenya. 222. And then remember Keir Starmer? He said Obama is his mentor. The UK is about to get a new prime minister, someone Obama has been mentoring for months. Keir Starmer reveals he speaks with former U.S. President Barack Obama frequently. Keir Starmer discusses foreign policy and conversations with Barack Obama. Sir Keir Starmer, I'm closest to Obama. Well, fun fact. Keir Starmer assumed office July 5th, 2024. And that was exactly 222 weeks after being elected Labor Party leader on April 4th, 2020. April 4th is 4-4, like Obama, number 44. But anyways, those are just a few fun facts. So, we get this news. I figured Obama would be in the news today. And we get this news today, July 16th, the day leaving 168 days left in the year. Well, that's perfect because President Barack Hussein Obama equals 168. But the real reason I thought Obama would be in the news today, besides the date numerology, which we'll get to, today is the 197th day of the year. The Antichrist equals 197. So what a perfect day for Obama to be in the headlines, right? You think it's a coincidence? Right? He's not in the headlines every single day, but he is today. On the 197th day of the year when the Antichrist is 197, the beast system 197. Don't forget, the Antichrist is also 64, like Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. Where's my notes? Hold on. One of my fun facts. Yeah, remember Israel was allegedly attacked by Hamas 64 days from Obama's birthday, and Israel equals 64, and then Israel declared war 666 days before Obama's 64th birthday. That's a fun fact about the 64. Now, one of the reasons I thought Obama would be in the news today has 68 and 32 date numerology. Barack Obama equals 68 and 32. So today's July 16th, 2025, 7 plus 16 plus 20 plus 25 is 68. Barack Obama equals 68. Married equals 68. And we're talking about divorce rumors. Antichrist 68. Beast system 68. And like I said, today also has 32 date numerology. 7 plus 16 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 32. They also got married 32 years ago. Obama 32, Barack Obama 32, Dragon 32. Here's a couple more fun facts for you with the 32. Yes, we can. 32, Obama slogan, Obamacare 32. And they got married on 10-3. All right, Obama equals 103, like 10-3, right? Dragon 103, 666, 103. So what a perfect day, right? On 10-3, 103, Obama 103. And one of my favorite Antichrist confirmations, and let me grab the list of all the other ones. You remember when Eminem was with Obama? They were together in Michigan. That was on October 22nd, 2024. They were together exactly 103 days after Eminem released the song Antichrist. That was released on July 12th, 2024. Okay? So think about this. Eminem is with Obama in Michigan 103 days after he releases the song Antichrist. Well, look, Eminem is 103, Obama 103, Dragon 103. Look at the first part of the song. The devil came to Michigan. They were together in Michigan. Isn't that wild? And here's a few other fun facts for you. Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning. Bama, the heights, right? So there's that. Obama equals dragon. Strong's 4566 is Satan. When Obama announced he was running for president, he was 45 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And Strong's 4566 is Satan. Obama was born on the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. And Obama was born with 149 days left in the year. Antichrist 149. And I actually have a 149 coming up for you. If you add up the 4 base ciphers of Barack Hussein Obama, add up the 4 base ciphers, it equals 666. So there's a few more fun facts for you. And they were married. I just talked about the 149. They got married at Trinity United Church of Christ, which is 149, like Antichrist in Revelation. And remember, Obama was born on the day leaving 149 days left in the year. So we get this news today, 79 days from their wedding anniversary. President Barack Obama, 79. And if you include the end date, it's 80 days from their wedding anniversary. Satan, 80. Baphomet, 80. The Beast, 80. The Antichrist, 80. Divorce equals 76. Big number with Obama. Barack Obama equals 76. Obama's Book of Promised Land, 76. Obama's movie Leave the World Behind, they got to take exit 76 to get to the vacation house. You got the 76 on the coffee cup at the beginning of the movie. Don't forget the Georgia Guidestones went down on 7/6. The Guidestones are built under the alias R.C. Christian, which equals 76. George W. Bush turned 76 years old that day when the Guidestones went down. Member of Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones equals 76. Remember, the Guidestones opened on 322. And some other connections with Obama and the Guidestones. They were in Elberton, Georgia. Elberton 44, Georgia 44. They were 19 feet, 3 inches tall, 193, the 44th prime number, and they opened 19 weeks and 3 days before Obama's birthday. Again, 193, the 44th prime, Obama number 44. Elberton and Georgia, they're both 44. They were in Elbert County, Georgia, which is 222, like the Antichrist, Barack Obama 222. Elberton, Georgia 153, like Antichrist Obama 153, Barry Soetoro 153, Jesuit Order 153, the Illuminati 153, the Pet Goat 153 was on page 153 of Reading Mastery 2. That's the story they were reading in the classroom on 9/11. Remember, Heliofont equals 153, makers of iPet Goat 2, iPet Goat 2 equals 666. And don't forget, Heliofont, they took down iPet Goat and put it back up 153 days later. And remember, the Guidestones were 231 inches tall, and they opened 231 days after Obama's birthday. And the first rule of the Guidestones equals 231. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, 231. And then they had a pandemic simulation called Catastrophic Contagion, which equaled 231, and that was held 231 weeks after Clade X. And then the monkeypox was declared a global health emergency 231 weeks after COVID was declared a pandemic, and monkeypox outbreak 231. Anyways, when I do the recap, I probably won't go over all that again, but those are some fun facts on the Georgia Guidestones. I did go down on 7/6, all connected to Obama. And not including the end date, we get this news 180 days from Michelle Obama's birthday. It says Obama's joke about divorce rumors. Divorce rumors equals 180. It's 180 days from Michelle Obama's birthday. And then including the end date, we get the 181. And then look at this statement. He made time in his busy schedule to come on. That equals 181, including the end date, 181 days from Big Mike's birthday. Barack Obama, 181. Barack Hussein Obama II, 181. The B system, 181. And then Obama's swat away divorce rumors on podcast. Obama's 666 podcast, 666. And I got a little extra for you here, a late edition. Another big number I talk about with Obama, the 192, right? Today's July 16th. When you write out July 16th, it equals 192. And that means I have like 20 more slides now because we got to talk about the 192. This is a recent example when the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won the NBA Finals on the day leaving 192 days left in the year. You know, thunder and lightning are connected, right? Barak means lightning. All right, bomb of the heights, like Luke 10:18. Anyways, I'll try to get through this as quick as possible. Long story short, the Oklahoma City Thunder connected to lightning, right? They won the finals with 192 days left in the year. Obama 192, right? And they also won 10 months and 18 days from Obama's birthday. There's your 10:18. Luke 10:18, and he said to them, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Barak means lightning. Bomb of the heights. They won with 103 points. Look at that. Obama equals 103. And they also won 44 days before Obama's birthday. Obama number 44. Don't forget Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, 192. Great Tribulation, 192. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker. Commodus dead in the year 192. They had a total of 84 wins on the season. Obama equals 84, born on 8/4. They beat the Indiana Pacers, which is 84. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander got the MVP. His name equals 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6. Obama born on the 216th day of the year. His full name, Shivante Asian Gilgeous-Alexander 149, like Antichrist 149. Obama born on the day leaving 149 days left in the year. They finished the regular season with 68 wins, like Barack Obama 68, Antichrist 68, and 14 losses, Obama equals 14. And they won 323 months after Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP, was born. 323, like Barack Hussein Obama, 323, Lucifer, 323. And the head coach, he was born 163 days from Obama's birthday. Barack Hussein Obama, 163. OKC Thunder equals 500. Strong's 500 is Antichrist. And the NBA Finals equals 666. So there's one connection to the 192. Remember, the United States Air Force attacked the Iranian nuclear sites. It was June 22nd. 192 days left in the year, like Obama 192, Great Tribulation, Leave the World Behind. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker, who died in the year 192. Scientists achieved nuclear fusion breakthrough with blast of 192 lasers. Obama 192. And nuclear fusion equals Barack Obama. By the way, let me show you. Nuclear equals Lucifer. For the record. See that? See how nuclear equals Lucifer in 3 ciphers? But yeah, 192 lasers. And then don't forget, Trump's second inauguration was 192 months after Obama's inauguration. And then speaking of 192 and the divorce, right? We get this news today, July 16th, 192. Remember this story? Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston's dating rumors spark amid his divorce speculation from Big Mike. And remember, Obama's movie Leave the World Behind had the theme of Friends, and Jennifer Aniston is from Friends. Well, Jennifer Aniston was actually born 192 days after Obama's birthday. What are the odds? And then remember the Lil Nas X video, J Christ, where Obama is represented in the video, remember it came out with 19.2 million subs, 192, and he stayed there forever, right? And why does that matter? Because Obama was represented in the video. Looky there. See the 19.2 million? That's how many it had when it came out. Lil Nas X, J Christ, and there's a guy representing Barack Obama. 192. And remember, he was wearing the Satan shoes in that video, the Luke 10:18 Satan shoes. 666 pairs. They sold for $1,018 a pair. And Luke 10:18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Obama, a high place, the heights. And then he was wearing the number 55 jersey while playing Satan. So he's got the 55 jersey there. Because Satan, fallen angel, and lightning, they all equal 55. And then Lil Nas X is 44, like lightning 44, fallen angel 44, Obama number 44. And then remember, Obama was in the classroom looking like iPet Goat 2 classroom reading Santa's Gotta Go, which was 192, right? Here's Obama wearing a hat in iPet Goat 2. Very similar setup, right? And then remember what was on the board in the classroom? What does it say? It's all about V. You see that? All about V. Well, what's going on with Obama and iPet Goat 2? He's got a V on his forehead. Isn't that interesting? And then look at the hallway of the classroom. You got the black and white checkerboard floor, like iPet Goat 2. Wow. There's the dragon and the lightning bolt. Barack means lightning, and Obama equals dragon. Santa Claus 666. Yeah, like red and white, like iPet Goat 2, 666. And then remember in the first Super Bowl, after Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, about a blackout, we had Super Bowl 58, and the guy who caught the game winner, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., 192. Super Bowl 58, 192. Halftime was Usher Raymond IV, 192. And the Super Bowl was 192 days from Obama's birthday. Oh, wow. And if you think that's a coincidence, Chiefs Nicole Hardman admits he blacked out. Well, wasn't Obama's movie about a blackout? Leave the World Behind, 192. There you go. And he goes by Nicole Hardman, but his real name is Kerry Hardman, which equals 666. On top of the 192, he's got the 666. And then remember his birthday? When they won the Super Bowl in 2024, his birthday, March 12th, just happened to be 222 days from Obama's birthday, like the Antichrist Barack Obama, 222. And then Nicole Hardman has the 68, like Antichrist, B System, Barack Obama, 68. How about the giant dragon inflatable on top of the Empire State Building for the House of the Dragon marketing stunt? That was up there 192 days after Leave the World Behind came out on Netflix. And look at that, giant dragon inflatable, 192. Leave the World Behind, 192. Great Tribulation, 192. Obama, 192. If you think it's a coincidence, House of the Dragon, 181 and 82, like Barack Hussein Obama II, 181 and 82. And look at that. Dragon is 32, 103, 31, like Obama. 32, 103, 31, you know, Dragon, another name for Satan. And Barack Obama equals Dragon. And it was in New York, which equals 666. And this happened on June 16th, which was 49 days before Obama's birthday, and Antichrist equals 49 and Revelation equals 49. And what if I told you the show actually ended? When did the show end, House of the Dragon? It ended on Obama's birthday. What are the odds? August 4th. Can you believe it? So yeah, that's a lot of 192s. And again, today, July 16th, 192. Obama's 666 podcast, 666. All right, that's it, folks. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. I could really use the help right now, so if you want to help me out, very much appreciated. I got PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. You can also mail something to my home address here. And thank you so much to everyone who does support. Very much appreciated. All right, guys, I'm going to go through this quickly again. I might leave out some points, but yeah, let's go through this quickly again, all right? She took me back, Barack Obama said on the IMO with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson podcast. It was touch and go for a while. She took me back, 128. It was touch and go for a while, 128. President Barack Obama, 128. The Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, 128. Barack and Michelle Obama, they're born exactly 128 weeks apart. And then remember the 128, Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, came out on Netflix on December 8th. That's 12/8, 128. Then we had the bridge collapse at 128. 128 days before Francis Scott Key's birthday, bridge collapse, 128, Maryland, 128, the name of the ship in Obama's movie, White Lion, 128, movie came out on 12/8, 128, about the power grid going down, power grid's 128, and it collapsed 128 days after Biden's birthday, Obama's vice president, who was president at the time. And then White Lion, which equals 128, it lost power with 128 minutes left in the movie. And then 128 minutes into the movie, they show a bridge collapse. And again, President Barack Obama, 128. The Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, 128. It's so nice to have you both in the same room together. We got that from Michelle Obama's brother. That phrase equals 222. It was on the IMO podcast, which is 222. The Antichrist Barack Obama 222. The guy who tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. They called it Wuhan coronavirus 222. It was declared a national emergency 222 days from Obama's birthday. Declared a pandemic 222 months from 9/11. And then we had Obama back at the White House on the day, leaving 222 days left in the year. And then the story about Obama's half-sister protesting in Kenya, that was all connected to the 222. And then Keir Starmer, he said his mentor is Obama. Remember, he was elected, or he became the prime minister 222 weeks after being elected Labour Party leader, right? If you guys want all the details, you'll have to go back. I'm flying through this as quick as I can. We get this news today, July 16th, with 168 days left in the year. President Barack Hussein Obama, 168. 197th day of the year, the Antichrist, 197. The beast system, 197. Don't forget Barack Hussein Obama, 64. The Antichrist equals 64. I figured Obama might be in the news today because the 68 date numerology. It's got the 68 and the 32. Barack Obama, 68 and 32. But anyways, 68 date numerology. Barack Obama, married, Antichrist, beast system, they're all 68. 32 years after they were married. And today has 32 date numerology. Obama, 32. Barack Obama, 32. Dragon, 32. Yes, We Can, 32. Obamacare, 32. Remember, when you listen to Yes, We Can backwards, you'll hear Thank You, Satan. They got married on 10-3, like 103, like Obama, 103, Dragon, 103, 666, 103. Remember when Obama was with Eminem in Michigan 103 days after he released the song Antichrist? Eminem 103, Obama 103. And the first part of the song, The Devil Came to Michigan. They were together in Michigan. They got married at Trinity United Church of Christ, 149, like Antichrist in Revelation. Obama born with 149 days left in the year. Born on the 216th day of the year, 6 times 6 times 6, 216. Today's 79 days from their wedding anniversary. President Barack Obama, 79. And including the end date, it's 80 days from their wedding anniversary. Satan, Baphomet, the Beast, the Antichrist, they're all 80. Divorce, 76, like Barack Obama, A Promised Land. You got the 76s all over Obama's movie. Then if you want to go back earlier and listen to all the connections with the Georgia Guidestones and Obama, the Guidestones went down on 7/6. And then it's 180 days from Big Mike's birthday, divorce rumors, 180. And if you include the end date, it's 181 days from Big Mike's birthday. He made time in his busy schedule to come on, 181, like Barack Obama, Barack Hussein Obama II, and the beast system, 181. And then we went over all the 192 stuff, which I'm not going to do again because we just did it. So if you just rewind about 10 minutes, I talked about the 192 with the thunder, with Iran, the 192 lasers, Trump's second inauguration, 192 months after Obama's, the Jennifer Aniston connection, the Little Nas X connection with the 192. What else? Santa's Gotta Go and those 192 connections. And then Super Bowl 58, which was the first Super Bowl after Obama's movie. Carry Me Cole Hardman Jr., 192, like Super Bowl 58, 192. Usher Raymond IV, 192, that was halftime. That Super Bowl was 192 days from Obama's birthday. The guy who caught the game winner said he blacked out. Obama's movie about a blackout. All that stuff. And then the Giant Dragon Inflatable, 192, up there, 192 days after the Leave the World Behind came out. So yeah, if you want to listen to all that again, you'll have to go back. But yeah. Anyways, 192. Today's July 16th, 192. Another big number with Obama. But yep, Obama 666 podcast 666. All right, guys. My battery's dying here. That's okay. I'm about done. But yeah, how about those 128s again? She took me back, 128. It was touch and go for a while, 128. President Barack Obama, 128. The Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, 128. And the people we're talking about were born 128 weeks apart. You know, is on top of all the 128s with the Obama's movie, right? So, is it all a coincidence? I don't think so. All right, guys. Let me turn this around. All right, how was the sound besides the fan in the background? If you missed the first 15 minutes, we were doing a test to see what was louder, the fan or the air conditioning. And I think we figured it was better to just go with the fan because we've been using it for 5 years and I can move the fan back and the air conditioning's right there. So, but was there any glitchiness or anything like yesterday? I was so frustrated, man. Because you guys know I took a couple days for a little mental break, right? And then the first day I come back, I try to go live, and I go back and listen to it, and it's just all distorted, and every other word is like buffering and skipping. I was like, oh my goodness, man. I was feeling pretty defeated. But you guys are saying there were no sound issues today, so that's great. So hopefully the fan wasn't too loud. Again, it is what it is. I got to have one or the other. I either got to have the air conditioning on or the fan on because it's summertime in Florida. I'm in a garage. I got to have one or the other. Yeah, thank you, Shay. Yeah, trust me, I'm barely hanging on. I'm trying my best, man. I've been doing this for a long time. 5 years now. Well, actually, August. It'll be 6 years in August since I've been warning people. But I started my YouTube channel in early 2020. But yeah, it was August of 2019 when I had my when I woke up, and from day one I started warning people. So yeah, almost 6 years now I've been warning people about the end times and Jesus coming soon. And I'm ready to go home, man. I'm mentally beat down. How many channels? I'm on channel number 14. Yep. Channel number 14. Doing this over 5 years, over 10,000 videos I've made. So, that's a lot. And one day at a time, man. That's all I can do. I just pray it's over soon. Either the lights go out for good, like leave the world behind. I'm totally fine with that scenario. Or Jesus comes to get us very soon, because yeah, Nikki, the world is running on fumes. Yep, that's a good way to put it. That's what I feel like. I'm running on fumes, for sure. But I'm glad I could go live today with no sound issues, and one day at a time. Yep, Jesus makes us to endure always. Yep. All right, let me say hello to everyone before we wrap it up. Much love to Michael, Blaze, Shay, Nikki, Ava, Claudia, Lowly Man for Christ, Samantha, God's Helper. I saw my wife Katie was in here. Much love to everyone. AJ. Thank you, Paul. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Diane. But yeah, guys, same numbers we talk about all the time with Obama. We got the 128, the 222, all the usual numbers. So had to go live with this one. All right, guys, that's it. Do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. All right. We'll see what happens the rest of the week. You never know. Yeah, Shay. Yeah, like I said, I had a feeling with the date numerology, the 68 and the 32, Barack Obama 68 and 32, and then I knew it was the 197th day of the year when the Antichrist is 197. I had a feeling Obama was going to be in the headlines today, and sure enough, there he was. So, what do you know? All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you soon. All right. As always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.